Hello, this is part 2 of the presentation on chapter 5 about supporting details. So now we're going to look at page 286, and you'll notice there's at the bottom of the page there's a little section called preparing maps. So I want you to consider the advice they give there. It says that sometimes maps are helpful instead of outlines. Maps or diagrams are highly visual outlines in which circles, boxes, or other shapes show the relationship between main ideas and supporting details. Each major detail is connected to the main idea. A minor detail would also be connected to its main idea. And then on the next page, on 287, you'll see that there's a paragraph and there is a little map that shows a main idea, and under it, 3 major details, and then under that, some minor details. So we're not going to look at that particular example, but we're going to turn the page to 288, and we're going to look at practice 3. We're going to look at the first passage on page 288. It says practice 3, passage 1. A recent poll identified Americans' 4 most popular hobbies. The number 1 hobby enjoyed by Americans is reading. Fiction is the favorite category. Readers enjoy new thrillers as well as classics such as To Kill a Mockingbird. Biographies of famous people are next in line. The second favorite hobby is photography, and then there are some details about that. Then it says the next most popular hobby is gardening, and then there are some details about that. The final favorite hobby is listening to music. The average American spends $500 to $1,000 a year on downloads, CDs, concert tickets, and listening devices. And then it goes on from there. So, when you think about how a map works, what you'll notice is that a map or diagram is a highly visual outline in which circles, boxes, or other shapes show the relationship between the main ideas and the supporting details. So, for this paragraph that we just read in passage 1, I put the main idea in this green rectangle, and it says a recent poll identified Americans' 4 most popular hobbies. So because of the way that main idea is stated, we have every reason to expect that we will be told about 4 hobbies, the 4 most popular hobbies. So we should be expecting that, right? And so then below that main idea, I have 4 smaller boxes, and I put reading, photography, gardening, and listening to music, because those are the 4 most popular hobbies that are listed in the paragraph. So now we look at the questions on page 289. Which words in the main idea tell you that a list of details is coming? Well, I think the fact that the number 4 is there is helpful. We're told that the poll identified the 4 most popular hobbies. So that makes that phrase 4 most popular hobbies makes me expect a list. Question number 2, which word signals the first major detail? Well, let's look at the language in the paragraph. Second sentence, the number 1 hobby enjoyed by Americans is reading. So that phrase, the number 1 hobby, right? That is signaling the first major detail. All right, which word signals the second? Well, let's see. There's a few sentences that are about reading, and then about 4 lines down after the remark about biographies, it says the second favorite hobby is photography. So I think the second is the next phrase that's signaling that next detail. And then number 4, what word signals the third major detail? Okay. The next most popular hobby is gardening, so it's the phrase the next, right? And then what about the 4th? the final favorite hobby is listening to music. So it's the phrase the final. All right, so now let's look at review test 1 on page 291. Supporting details are reasons, examples, facts, steps, or other kinds of evidence that explain a something. Supporting details are reasons, examples, facts, steps, or other kinds of evidence that explain a main idea or a main point. 2. A something is a visual outline. It shows at a glance the relationship between a main idea and its supporting details. Well, we just went over this. It's a map, right? Number 3, words such as several reasons, a number of causes, and 3 steps tell you that a series of details is coming. Such words are known as, and then we're given 2 choices, addition words or list words. Well, that, if we go back a few pages, that information can be found in the section about outlining. And if you look on page 283, where it says outlining tips, it tells us the difference between list words and addition words. So what are we looking for? Words such as several reasons, a number of causes, and 3 steps. It looks to me like those are list words because on page 283, the list words are several kinds of, a number of, 4 steps, various causes, a series of, among the results, a few reasons, 3 factors, and so forth. So it's words such as several reasons, a number of causes, and 3 steps. So those would be list words. All right, and then back to the review test, question number 4. Words such as first, also, another, and finally often tell you that a new supporting detail is being introduced. And such words are known as, well, I think they're addition words, and you can find that on page 283 as well. And when you look at that page, notice the lavender colored boxes that have those list words and then the addition words in them. All right, so are you ready to check your answers? Well, I think I just gave you all the answers. So we'll go over it one more time. So supporting details are reasons, examples, facts, steps, or other kinds of evidence that explain a main idea. A map is a visual outline that shows you at a glance the relationship between a main idea and the supporting details. And then list words are words such as several reasons, a number of causes, 3 steps that tell you a series of details is coming. Addition words are words like first, another, also, and finally. They tell you that a new supporting detail is being introduced. Okay, I'm going to pause this here. And where did I go?